EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the New York Jets. Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And we are underway in Foxborough. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. At the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Second down, here's Chubb again. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They go play action with Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Deone Bucannon. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Following the interception, Winston. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. Past the 20. 5. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Jameis to throw it. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. He's got a man complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play there for the Patriots. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a give, running left is Harris. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
So 1st and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick 6. Here's Winston. And he's got it. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. Now the Patriots are an extra point away from going out in front. Extra point right down the middle, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Play action. It's Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Forced out to his left. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. He will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Play action. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big play.
That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis there to make the grab. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go. And the try for 2 is denied. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On second down, it's Harris. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Winston now. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. From the gun, they'll try to run it. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. On play action, Winston. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Bryce Hall. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They run the counter. Harris. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Winston. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slam. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
Jameis now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Foyesade Oluokun. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, Winston. checking this down to Stevenson. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. And his kick is good. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
So the first thing crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape. Absolutely.
And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. After the interception, here's Wilson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Well, the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's the Jets punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Final play of the half here. Winston going deep here for Allen. And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because We always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 62 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Now a first down carry for Harris. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. I think you would agree. Just a good decision right there. Goes for the safe play, gets some yardage out of it.
And showed some toughness as well. As you noted, he stayed right in there. Saw the rush was coming, hung in there, took the hit, dumped it out to the outside, and now they pick up some yardage, and you have a back that's grateful to you and will continue to make plays. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. They go play action. Winston. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Watch the whip. Check 26, check 26.
Now Winston. It's brought in by Harris. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Winston. And Allen's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for the Patriots. So on 4th down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
From the red zone now, Winston. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Patriots are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 2. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Trevon Wesco. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Chubb.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A run for Nick Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They go play action now. Wilson steps away. He's got this one completed to Mims. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 31-yard line.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Wilson. Uncorks one for Davis. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
They run the counter. Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Winston. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And some space here. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play there for New England.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They hand this off to Harris. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Play action now. Winston. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 4th down. They run for it with Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Patriots have retaken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Throwing now is Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now they try the right side here. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Winston. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down, and the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences, and this is what they work on.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones, and they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. They run the counter. Harris. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for New England, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.